Salon first, salon go better. When you put 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 salon first, salon go better. Sweet salon, let me put up for so. Salon, sweet salon. Never push on before, now they try to put on below, yeah. Let me salon, now we all young. Not the only place we can call me home. Some men getting me put on first, Simbalaka put on first, full of shadow put on first. Mama Madingo put on first, Rio Canto put on first, so busy put on first, put on first. So when you put salon first, salon go better. 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 Wow. This is now one of the most important, one of the music where a Sierra Leonean sing, where me not be able to do without this music. The wordings of this music, they resonate with any Sierra Leonean where mean for salon. Any salon man, when a patriotic Sierra Leonean where mean well for salon. When you listen to this music, if you begin any negative intention but salon, you for begin to put the record straight. You for begin to put yourself, align yourself for the progress of this country. Yeah, me salon people. I don't know if you like salon, but me, I like salon. To me bone, I like salon. Me not to that salon man, we get intention for born salon. Me not to that salon man, we get intention for bring Kuskaskan at this country. Yeah, you be Kono, you be Madingo, you be Creole, you be Yalonka, salon. Lord will put on force. That make I like this music. Me salon people and again today. Now salon brother don't come back to una today. You know when you hear this voice here, I know say na household name and a voice where they resonate with Sierra Leoneans they will mean well for this country. Yeah, the only man will not go like this voice na possible will not mean well for this country. Yeah. You know, and today we they can't talk, they talk. We they can't talk today where we know saying a talk we're fine for this country. But today I they talk to paper. Today na the power they talk to. Salon people them. If you not say one benefit, you not go benefit from this talk today. But this talk what they can't talk today. Now the power I want talk to. Uda na the power. His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Now I want talk to today. You know where picking don't vex or the picking want do something or the picking they expect something from him papa or whatsoever. If they decide for go talk to her. You know they go through mama again. No, I know they go through my mama. I know they go through anybody today. I they talk to the power directly. Your Excellency, me na Mr. Tubako Mexica. This audio, this YouTube broadcast, this voice where they hear so. Now, one of you picking them a salon when I'm Mr. Tubako Mexica. Today, I want to talk to you. And I want to talk to you with a candid submission. This talk where they can't talk to you, I talk where I feel say maybe you not ever read this talk. None of you picking they not ever talk to you this way. But today, me they talk to you this way because I mean well for Salone. And since I mean well for Salone, anybody will mean well for Salone, I feel say for celebrate this talk why they can't talk to you. I get 4 things and why they can't talk to you about, Mr. President. Well, my fellow people, this is Mr. Tuba Kumexka. Today, the 14th of September 2023. I want to talk to His Excellency the President. I want to direct this broadcast to His Excellency the President. Far too long, I know I read this voice because I've been very busy. They do a lot of things, and because they try to put a well structured media system in place, so at least Sierra Leoneans then will continue for benefit. Sierra Leoneans will not be deceived. Deception not going to be part of Sierra Leoneans then plan, because we did see a lot of deception that take place all around the place, the propagandas. At least wait till they try for do this TBS radio, online radio broadcasts and system. Now for be sure say propagandas they not survive at all not. But today, I decide for can talk to President Bio when are the father of the nation. And the papa for Sierra Leoneans, and the papa for this country. Yeah. And if you say anybody get restriction not for talk to them, or we all get right for talk to them, we all get right for recommend, suggest to them things and where not they go well, things and where they go well, and things and where we they expect. So yours truly, Mr. Tubaku Mexica here again today, on the 14th of September 2023. Well, Mr. Alone people, don't hesitate for click the subscribe button, the YouTube where they listen to, and like button. So at least whenever we drop any submission, you will actually definitely be notified. All right. Me and yours truly, Mr. Tubaku Mexica, your presenter for this program, Team Up for Salone. Well, Salone people, they're out there. Now the diaspora and back na Salone. Today I want to talk to His Excellency the President with 4 pointers, with 4 items. Now 4 items I want to talk to President Bio about. And then 4 items there. Mr. President, if only you want to succeed, you want in at the good books of Sierra Leoneans, then 4 pointers and not for jump anyone. I'm very, very serious about this. If you jump anyone, definitely your name will not go down in the book, in the good books of Sierra Leone. Let not say the book, because we get bad book, we get good book. But in the good book of Sierra Leone, then 4 items there what they can't tell you about. Time not in at your favor. You just get less than 4 years, few months. Then you time done. Okay? By the Constitution of Sierra Leone, you time done as president. You just get 4 years, some months more, then you time done. And time not in at your favor. A lot of time were wasted in the first 5 years. When I say wasted, most of these things they can't talk about, they should. Somebody supposed to have done something, but because somebody not do something in the past 5 years, now that make we don't clear forward into this 5 year way they can't sit down for. This 5 year also where you don't sit down back. If it don't be a year of an easy ride, just to do patches. But because you not being get the right team, now that make most of the things the way if you don't do now your first 5 years, you not do them. Most of the things we are not accomplished. So this 5 year, time not in your favor. Everything way they do now in urgency. Tuk. This time around, not to play. Now urgency. You didn't at the speedway right now, Mr. President. You didn't at the speedway right now for do them 4 things there where they can outline to you. And these are things no country in the world, nobody in the world not ever develop, no leader not ever develop in the world without them 4 things there. If you say you're not a developed leader, then 4 things that are missing in a nation, you are not developed. So, Mr. President, me and Mr. Tubaku Mexico, and this is TBS online radio, Mr. Salone people. If you want to reach we, just get on to we +232 if you're out of Sierra Leone, +232 76173186. If you're in Salone, we number na 076173186. Don't hesitate for get on to we. Because sometimes some people go and get on to it for queries, for ask questions, or for give feedback, or for do some few corrections. We are open up. Okay? You're always welcome for get onto we. Maybe you want make we add you to we publications, we WhatsApp groups, and with social media groups or platform. You are welcome to get onto us. +232 76173186. That now we number. At any time, you are welcome to reach we make you for be part of we platforms them. All right, with social media platforms them, and you're always welcome for share your thoughts and for contribute to this program. Me Salon people, and this program is Salon Man program. Team up for Salon. We all get for team up for Salon for make Salon go before. Now that make I like this music. When we put Salon first, Salon go better. Okay? I know I make it politicize this music. This music now a nationalistic music. This music is a patriotic music. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. That's supposed to be the message for every Sierra Leonean. But when you put your political party before, now you go better. Salon no go better. We don't see in this country, yeah. People that are the party then they better the country, they ruin every day. No, the message now, when you put Salon first. When you put Salon first, not when you put your politician first, not when you put your political party first, when you put Salon first, Salon go better. That's supposed to be the message. That's supposed to be the mantra of every Sierra Leonean who mean well for this country, yeah. All right, so Mr. President, today I want to talk to you. Again, me and Mr. Tsubaku Mexger. Let me start with this, Mr. President. If far too long, this true I get for talker, Mr. President. I really get for talk this true, yeah, Mr. President. You know, where we been they grow up, then say, tell you papa true, tell you mama true. You not for lie. Then don't teach we say we not for lie. But don't see most of we Sierra Leonean brother then they today, then they lie. Then they lie. Why then they lie? Now God na sabi. Then they lie. But today, I'm ready for talk to the father of the nation. We're not to play at all. The true, now we they talk.
And every eyes will see, truth will reveal, the truth will reveal, things that are hidden. I said the things that them high keep down inside. Truth will reveal, the truth will reveal what's in their hearts. What is in their hearts? Oh yeah. Say the truth will reveal. I said the truth will reveal, yeah. I said the truth will reveal.
Well, Mr. President, here we go. The truth will be revealed. And not say far too long, people they don't they like you. Some man they come to you. Some man around you don't they lie to you. They lie man them don't. They lie man them. Even you boku lie man them na you government and they 5 years, Mr. President. But it's good I able pick them up. But Mr. President, I decide for give you this music for create the awareness and for make you team up and understand. Say, this is the time for truth. No more dishonesty. No more monkey business. but an attempt for talk the truth. If any you get for deal with any one of a minister, it forbid truth. The mantra forbid the fact. Nobody know for can give you cosmetic stories again. You know, they borrow that word there from you when the Wilkinson Road was constructed under the previous administration. The way it was done, the way you look at them, you say, no, this is not how it should be done. You refer to the entire system now, Wilkinson Road, as cosmetic. So likewise, we get a lot of cosmetic ministers and officials that you have appointed. This time around, oh, you don't get a new team. And this new team, we hope say you not get cosmetic among your appointees. Mr. President, make I not bother you too much with a lot of commentaries. Make I go to the points why I they do this audio. I say I they do 4 pointers then for you for this year, for this your term of office. If only you get for succeed, you get for pay close attention. If you get for look at them pointers there and you get for make sure say they are executed. If you miss anyone, you don't miss all. And all of them things they can talk to you, Mr. President. I'm not talking about food security, though. But the items they can talk to you, food security, they inside it. I'm not talking about agriculture, though. But all of the items they can talk to you about, agriculture, they inside it. And then things all 4 items, one cannot be done without the other. This I'm fussy about this, Mr. President. You want, you listen, you take them, you want, you left them. This is for your legacy after your office, after presidency. Waiting and get for use for rate you. All the inside these 4 items what they can give you, Mr. President. 1, security. 2, energy. 3, the economy. 4, the health, medical. Mr. President, these 4 items now one can quickly talk to you about. And I want to make you pay very close attention. And I want really want to make you make sure, say, them 4 items there, the people them, the appointees them, the ministers, the directors, the coordinators, the relevant authorities, and wherefore make sure, say, them items there work, Mr. President. You get for ginger them up. You get for push them. You not for make them paddy. They are not your friend. They are working for Sierra Leone. Because too much paddy business, they spoil work. Familiarity, they spoil work. If they cannot deliver, Mr. President, you get for do otherwise. This not get for do. Nobody get for do with President Bio's administration. Let me begin with security, Mr. President. You see, any investors around the world, before they go to any country, the first indicator when they look at, you go ask your economist them, they go tell you that. You know, the first indicator where any investor, anybody who want to do business, anybody who want to go put in money aside, the first thing where they look for, the first indicator, button where they press for check, na security. Mr. President, yes, I not say we are secured. I not say Salon secured. Now one of the secured country, one of the peaceful country within West Africa. I think now the first country where they say peaceful. The first peaceful country or secured country. But Mr. President, the reason why I make security as item number 1, we see what happened August 10. We see what happened, waiting then plan for do back this September, yeah. And we they continue to see a trend of threats, intimidation, incitement by some of our Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters in the diaspora against Sierra Leone as a country. That one not good for business. That one really not good for business, Mr. President. It must stop. Something must be done to put this under control. The life of Sierra Leoneans they in danger. Anytime something happen, one or two must die. One or two must die. That must stop. Salon too small. Mr. President, you then at the Security Council now, Mr. President. You get an opportunity for put a case across. And I am sure, being a member of the Security Council, your colleagues and counterparts then will listen to you. The security of this country then are you on. You are the commander-in-chief. If you get forget good people that work for Canada, this country for can invest. It's one, na security. If they not feel say they are secure, they not go come. Other Sierra Leoneans, they want Canada alone. But they all, when they read anything, they are on social media. Now the world, anything you say, it go viral. They know they come. Somebody go sit down and little. I will not care. No, we must be careful. We for pay attention to that. We get for care about anything where they affect this country in credibility to outsiders. We get for care and we get for pay attention. If I too long, we don't they say we not care. That's the way they say we not care. Now I'm go can haunt you tomorrow. Now ya we sit down where the rebel they enter na Bomaru. Freetonians them. We say we not care. Instead we be the ask if the rebel na monkey. We not even care. But when it can't under our foot, we see the kind of destruction where happen at Freetown. Cry Freetown. Oh, some of my the records are there, the video then there. We see what happen at Freetown. We not care, now end up for can hunt in a Freetown. We really for care for anything where they embark a part of this country here. Any part of this country here be affected by something. Think and say it go spread out to other parts of the country if we not take them. So when you start one side, we get for make sure so we deal with and then. That's how Ebola can. It start from small side, it spread. The same thing with COVID. It start from small side, it spread. So we get for pay attention to security, Mr. President. Then with diaspora brothers and sisters there where they continue for incite other Sierra Leoneans against authorities, against the sitting government. Mr. President, Sierra Leone signed to a lot of multinational agreements then. We get agreement with a lot of countries then. Thank God, the United Nations is there. The European Parliament is there. We get an embassy. If not possible within the European bodies, have we filed a complaint to the European Parliament? Mr. President, the security of this country, then you are the commander-in-chief. You get to be proactive when it comes to security. There must be a stop to all the things there where they happen by some Sierra Leoneans then at the diaspora. Thank God, He be gonna make them clear to we say you don't lay hands on some of the evidences there of individuals that were involved into most of the things that where they happen as alone were not good for this country. Fair enough. Those evidences must be placed on the table of the powers that be. Mr. President, time not in your favor. For some of we feel say you're too slow. When you want one? To the tail end of your term of office? When you are beginning to take action? To the tail end of you end of office? There is so much for you to do. There are so many actions, so much actions for you to do. But those actions can only be executed when you sit down and take a retrospect of waiting at the way forward, who say you don't come out and who say you they go. Mr. President, the security of this country, the security of Sierra Leoneans, the lives of every Sierra Leoneans there na you are. Now you we don't choose today. You are the commander-in-chief. I feel say now we get for begin to draw your attention to your responsibility. I know they talk much on this security. You're not security man, and we they expect much from you. You not go sit down, you see, you not go be a tiger, you see Arata they can begin the unbog your environment. Now, la left and go to the next point. Mr. President, the next point where one can talk on, it get for do with medical, the health system na salon. Now one of the ministry where really, if you ask me for rate that ministry of health, I go rate the ministry of health 25 or 30%. And not see no effective changes at the ministry of health. Instead, they are dropping down every day. I've been on the talk on this ministry of health long ago, but nobody not they pay attention. Now we don't begin to see the manifestation of waiting they happen at the ministry of health. Health personnel them. Mr. President, authorities and really get for pay attention to health personnel they when they work in their hospitals, the nurses. Now here we left sit down, one woman go die unnecessarily. That woman did die unnecessarily. We're not be supposed to die because of the carelessness and the negligence of health workers. The woman died and Pekin died. So we lost 2 lives. The woman go born. Then left for Tonton, that woman, they say, no, space not there, go so. He left for that Tonton, they say, even kind of cottage. They reposted it all over the social media. I listened to the Deputy Minister of Health for clarity and for making you understand what they talk about. Listen to the Deputy Minister of Health, Mr. President.
As acting minister, because my boss is away, that there's a patient that was found lying along the street of Spurwood. She was found to be pregnant and she was bleeding, vomiting, and was semi-conscious. And so the police and the passerbys called upon the National Ambulance Service in names, who came swiftly to the place. However, things did not run according to expectations. The nurse tried to call according to the NAMES protocol, the ambulance service protocol. They came to the Kenyama Road Hospital. There was a nurse on duty at the triage, who for one reason or the other said there was no way to accept the patient without escalating according to protocol to the other healthcare delivery system. So she turned away the patient, followed the patient to the PCM hospital, where again they met with the same answer that the hospital facility was full and that the patient could not access the services. They referred them to the Wokupa hospital, but then the nurse, I don't know in coordination with whom or with whom, decided to take the patient back to the LEONE police station. And that is why the police, the AIG on duty there, escalated the situation again. And finally, the doctor who was following this ambulance called the Wokupa hospital because he knew people there. And finally, they agreed to accept the patient. So they went on route to the Wokupa hospital. The patient finally passed away. Deputy Minister of Health, one.
Well, me family, the voice one I hear in the Deputy Minister of Health one. When I don't see the ordeal where Sierra Leoneans and they go through when it comes to the health business in Salon. The Ministry of Health now one of the worst ministries in Salon. Oh, honestly, I have to be honest. I have to really be honest because we all can be victim, including even President Bio himself. We all not victim. We all can be a victim of same kind situations there, yeah, in one way or the other. Either me papa, either may so rest in peace, he don't die now. Either me family members. Yes, in one way or the other, we all can become a victim of the present situation of we medical system as alone, because we not get personnel them where they actually sign up for the duty where they sign up for. This is the fact, no compromise. And not this party business not the panel. Because health is wealth. Your health is paramount. If you not get order, they take care of your health. Where we get a ministry, we get hospitals then we are finished, we are doomed. Mr. President, I play for you this audio of the Deputy Minister 1 for tell you exactly what they can talk about now the medical side of me conversation here or me commentary what they give you today. I tell you, say, I dey talk on 4 things. I don't talk on security. When are you strength? When are you discipline that? Now I dey talk about the medical side. This is not just an example of one where they to public domain. Several of them kind of situations there they happen. Now most of we hospitals and they go through with Sierra Leoneans and they go through dangerous situations. Mr. President, the question where a lot of people they ask, where are the ministers? We get Deputy Minister 1, Deputy Minister 2, and we get a minister. Situations is going down the drain every day in our health sector. This is no joke. This is no joke. People are dying every day. I go visit somebody in Akonos. There was the other day I go visit somebody in Akonos about 2 weeks ago. I think I talk on that on the social media. That moment where at Timapianda, 8 dead body will come out from that outpatient. 8 posted at the count. Oh, he don't die. Oh, he don't die. Just like that. Waiting they go on as alone. 8. I counted them. 8. We before say no to accident to 8. The lady where I go for go visit and mommy tell me say no well. That another serious issue again. We before say people we get for be careful. Then go tell you say, oh, you get heart disease. Where you go do another test other side, then go tell you say, no, not to heart disease you get. Now worms that you get. The other side go no, not to worms that you get. Now diarrhea you get. No, not to diarrhea you get. No, asthma you get. Mr. President, do you pay attention to the Ministry of Health? Now one of the worst ministries then. That's alone. I'm sorry, but this I have to be bold to say it. Because I might be a victim. I might be a victim. And I was even a victim some months ago. I went to cottage. My elder brother and Pikin, he get twin them. Yes, some people they follow me up, they go no see why I make mention to say they get twin them. Maybe a few of the nurses then will know the person where they talk. Because I got very annoyed that day. And I blasted that day at that hospital, PCMH. But you understand the doctor lady in position in one way or the other. But again, in another word, I will say, if I'm not up to a job, I'm not going to take the job. I'm not going to take a job at the grumble. No. In confidence, the lady tell me the constraint where they go through as doctors, young doctors. And these are young doctors. And most of them young doctors, they are not experienced. So we go on left with life, give them young doctors there. Some of them young doctors, they need to be accompanied with experienced doctors so then go learn the work. But if he left major work, then give them young doctors there, and that make beaucoup people they die so. Because they only don't go learn the theory. Then they cannot feel for learn the practicality of the job. When they are not experienced, don't just wholly and solely say doctor did it. No, that doctor, na theory don't go learn at college. It still needs some time for get the experience for learn the work. Don't we know that? We're not able to understand that. Mr. President, that day where I go with me elder brother in Pikin them na hospital. company in West Nada Hospital today. I purposely went there deliberately for make a see, because whenever they tell them, say, when I go then picking, oh, now so money business. I say, well, they're picking in just 1 year, 2 months. It don't require money business. He said, no, Mr. Allen, this. I said, no. And I prove it. I went there. Then left me sit on one of the corridor. The lady then called and said, make them go to the other reception. We're going to go talk about register, this. I said, no, on which account? I meet the lady. I said, wait on the panel here. Yes. I said, I know the policy where they on right now. For them picking them. When I don't understand, them picking them go for pay. You don't know the age group. No, na ajo no more. I said, no, this not to ajo. Don't start something that you cannot end. Take the research and begin to beg me or whatsoever. These are the situations. There are things where they happen when not to public domain. And we all as Sierra Leoneans get a part for play. We must put a stop to this. Then after bribery, they are the Guinea and bug other people, they went and go can they not get their money, then they for pay as bribe. We must stop it. Even if you get money for pay to anybody as ajo, don't do it. Government, they pay them. Because at the ending of the day, that ajo, the way they continue for day, they become a culture and a system. Where other person go, they will not get that ajo, they forget that money, they. That's why he go die or in picking go die. Like how picking they die every day in a cottage because of the negligence there. Mr. President, you and your team will therefore pay attention to the medical, to the Ministry of Health, to the medical, to all of the medical facilities and centers in this country. A lot they go on, a lot of lives they go every day. Lives are going every day. But nobody is paying attention. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. Mr. President, as I say, the Ministry of Health, now the worst. Pay attention to the Ministry of Health. If you get for succeed, Ministry of Health is part of security. Then security people there will get so. You security personnel them. If they are not healthy, they will not be able to execute their job. So that is how the health is connected to all of what they can talk about. Security is connected to all which they can talk about. All of them 4 items there, Mr. President, what they present to you now, they are all intertwined. One cannot do without the other. If I am not healthy, how can I perform my duties? If that security, that policeman, that soldier man, that secret service agent, not healthy, how you go able to move out for go executing job? If your personal assistant not healthy, how do you expect that personal assistant for actually executing job, Mr. President? So pay attention to the Ministry of Health, the health facilities. Look how people need to die on the highway, Mr. President. I don't talk on this thing time and again that we need outlets them at the highway. Mobile hospital motukademi don't country. Who said them mobile motukademi? We still need more of them kind of motukademi. They wait for the ply the highway. Because accident they happen almost every day, 2-3 accidents every day on the highway. People are dying. You go say 6 man don't die, 8 person don't die, 3 people don't die. Calculate on the times a week, month, a year. You know how many people don't die? We need outlets and tell somebody they get accidents na that highway, put them patap okada, the wrong kind of tongue. It did on the way. We not get patrol vehicles on the highway. We not get ambulances where they patrol the highway. Now that make us suggest say we need health facilities, the outlets them na the highway. Who say at least they can quickly carry somebody go and get some first aid before actually then go proceed na bigger hospital. Some of them people in there just need some assistance at that moment for stop the bleeding. Sometimes a bleeding can make them die because no other care is there. As motorcar get accident quickly, you forget a patrol ambulance waiting on the road. But we don't have them. Mr. President, my suggestion towards this health facility, pay attention. And for the highway, they accident, then we need ambulances the way they ply the highway. We need patrol vehicles them. We need outlets and health facilities and outlets them at the highway. Sierra Leoneans are dying every day at the highway. And we health facility is not better. The private hospitals, them, nothing home to write about. Recently, somebody they tell me say they get one private hospital where they call healthcare about waiting care. That private hospital, somebody been a analysis. He say now one of the worst. He say the people where they die at that hospital in kind of day. Yes. So, Mr. President, you and your team, even in private hospitals, they need for be monitored. They need for the visit them on their private hospitals on a regular basis, because lives are going there as well. Now, yeah, we let you know we see people they can perform, medical treatments and when they were not medical doctors. Now, yeah, we let you know we see all of them situation. We see Chinese them when they were not doctors. Now, this country and then get private secret hospitals them all around the communities. Based on the gullibility of Sierra Leoneans, they know that they're quick for good. A lot of people don't die because it comes to a point people do not trust the government hospitals them again. Because the kind of treatment where the health facility, where the health personnel, they like the nurses and others, they give them. So they're not a good day. Now that make we they recommend and suggest say we health personnel they need for be trained. They need for actually monitor them. We need CCTV, secret cameras in all of the hospitals. A lot they happen at there with government hospitals. A lot they happen. Mr. President, this is my message when it comes to the second items on the medical or the health facilities in Salon. Mr. President, I also want to talk on electricity. Electricity, all in two items they are don't call. I talk about medical, health, facility. I talk about security. And the security sector not they work without electricity, energy. If I get me walkie-talkie now, I need for charger. I get me phone now, me handset, I need for charger. I need for maybe CCTV camera where I go fix in a certain place. It work effectively and see. So CCTV camera, they not get an inbuilt light system. They will pick images when the place dark. Energy, public, electricity, irrelevant. But Mr. President, the worst ministry, and also upline now also the free tongue here. The electricity, now one of the poorest. Now the poorest, Mr. President, no compromise. I know they mix matters. Yes, I know say I get Bokupa did them, now EDSA, now the ministry, but these are not the compromiser, Mr. President. Because lights, now you go point for see. The one way make we, God the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, where he begin for make the world. You know, make inside darkness, so where he begin, he say, let there be lights. Now lights force, God decide for create. God establish lights force for make you go able to see, for make all the other thing there. God not be able to make man inside darkness. No. God see the relevance and the importance of light. He said, let there be light. And there was light. Mr. President, can you do your job? Can you succeed developing Sierra Leone without light, electricity? The interrupted light system at Salon is so worst to a point there is nothing home to write about. Now, Freetown, I talk about Freetown, Mr. President. Upline, fair enough. They get a lot of solar farms all around the place. Fair enough. But Mr. President, Freetown at the capital city, where strangers then can help first then they come. For begin to see the development of Salon, and then for begin to see them. But where you can at the eastern net is so dark, Mr. President. First of all, in the talk for seeing the Poel transformer. No, that one is things of the past. We know they experience that again, Mr. President. Why lights not they come? Why EDSA they deprive the people? Where you can at the east for can do your campaign, Mr. President. You see them give light 24 hours. Throughout 1 week, 2 weeks, non-stop. Then lights not be in the winking yourself. After 2 weeks, then take the light. They never give again. Say after a week, 2, before they begin to give on and off, interrupted day. Mr. President, will they get continuous interrupted light? When then God say bad people then at the east. Why bad people they not go in at the east? Where they place dark? Bad people always they like for dinner darkness. Now Easter day, So are really are aware of what they happen at the East. The deprivation, we have been deprived in the East when it comes to electricity, Mr. President. I don't know for the West though, because the West, now all of the wealthy people in there, now all the politicians in there, because they want for please the politician. They say no, your president build the light for the around. Now you have the politician in there. But you deprive the country where light they, they give them light. Then when you listen to them on radio, they say, oh, get sustainable light, 24-hour light. Mr. President, now lie. Now lie. Then why they go lie, you say, we get light. Now lie then they lie. I am disappointed with Kanja and in deputy. Now ministry, the way I before say, I've been the clap and dance for them today. But Mr. President, of late, they don't drop me. They don't drop me rating. They don't drop. The mere fact the East not get light. The East also get all them factories in there. I talked to one of me Ed Sapadi. They tell me for say, well, we can transfer the light to the industries. Do you deprive the domestic? If we cannot serve domestic lights power system, how will we able to bring other investors, the industries, manufacturing companies in this country? Yeah? For make Salone succeed, we need them factories there. Yeah? But first and foremost, if the domestic people do not get light, how will we able to give light to industries? It's not possible, Mr. President. For make you get an effective security na Salone, you need electricity. For get an effective health facility na Salone, you need electricity. People then they die because they not get oxygen no day. Woman and they burn a candle in the lights a cottage. Mr. President, we need sustainable electricity na Salone. It's a matter of must. No development, you not go put up any development na Salone, you succeed without electricity, Mr. President. It will be a priority. If EDSA cannot provide us sustainable light, Mr. President, get us another company. Get us another private company. The Chinese are ready. We get a lot of people that were ready for. The Turkish are ready. Get us another electricity company, private electricity company. Because EDSA cannot perform. You don't take 5 years, now you 6 years this, Mr. President. APC be non day na power. Where EDSA day. For say the EDSA not able to perform their duties. Mr. President, we need electricity. Them are media where they make them small business. They're not able to survive again because lights no day. They're not able to do their cold water there again. And they are being constrained. The economy it not look strong. So them are media where they man and give them chop money then. Then they say how they divide them. They sell cold water, sell ginger beer. But how they go able to sell cold water and ginger beer? Where the light is so interrupted. The light they continue for poor people, then freezer them. The equipment them. Do we rely and depend on EDSA? No, Mr. President. Electricity is worst. It's worst. Look, Gambe, 24-hour light non-stop. Small Gambe when a granato will be the provider tradition a granats country. Then don't allow them tourism for boost them the entire economy. 24 hours, are they Gambe light not the winky eye? Light not the winky eye. They're not the tell you for the ration. Would they give you 2 days? Would they give you 1 day? Or they give you 3 hours? Just like what see they happen at the East now. Now 3 hours, 4 hours. Well, lights cannot even take 30 minutes, they don't take them. Maybe after 12 o'clock, then give back. Within them, they say 4, 5 o'clock, they don't take them back. Is that a normal, sustainable electricity? No, Mr. President. We are being deprived as citizens. Then they get this old postpaid meter. People, they go say people, they know they pay like me, but now they prepaid meter, people are paying. If they go to electricity, some people then they to line for buy them lights. People then they buy lights, the lights not there. Is it not a breach of contract? Mr. President, pay attention. And we as people go and make it look into the electricity as well. The last item I'll go talk to Mr. President, it get to do with the economy. You see, we don't allow for this economy, yeah? Economy. Salone economy don't face a lot of challenges. It get both global and national challenges. Salone economy don't be attacked by the global challenges and the local challenges. What do I mean by this? Me not go put all the problem for you, Mr. President, when you talk about salon economy. But there is a way out. If only you get the right people them around you, there is no problem without a solution, Mr. President. There is a solution to this. There is so many solutions to them problems they are they face, Mr. President. And they see a lot of people and they say, oh, na APC, then they increase price na market, oh, na APC, then no more they bring Resca, na APC, then they in charge of the Yabas, na APC, then no more they car with oil. Mr. President, let me draw your attention to this quickly. If that's not the problem, the solution is simple and clear. Then SLPP, when they continue for crying na APC this, na APC that, then don't avail themselves for make themselves go into business. The private sector is not monopolized. Today, you want to become a rice importer, fear enough, go into it. Now, a competitive country with a free market economy. Go into importation. If you're not SLPP, go into importation, go import rice. Flood the markets. Challenge them APC importers as soon as they accuse the APC, say most of the importers in the APC. Una challenge the APC importers them. Una say go into importation. Una say go bring rice. Una go bring palm. Una go bring oil. Una go bring yabas. Una go bring all things where una feel say na the APC na then they bring na they no more they bring and come. Do you have to continue to be a crying baby? I am disappointed with a lot of SLPP supporters, Mr. President, because at the season they continue for crying at corners there. Hey, na APC this, na APC that, na APC this. What are you doing to solve the problem? You will continue for cry forever? This problem of importing rice and several other things where people then for benefit from, it don't start from when you come to power in 2018. What are those solutions? Where those who are SLPP economists they don't suggest? Now, one idea than this, Mr. President, one solution. If you know, say, importer A, B, C, D, all are APC, and then they try for sabotage the government, you yourself get your importers. SLPP will not go into importation, will not go into business. No longer they say na APC no more for do business. So, now competition. Now competition. Would I want import your bus, now import your bus. Would I import rest, import rest. If APC importers say they sell in rest 800,000, you sell in rest 700,000. Believe me, this is how in the free market economy, government they control price. But the illiteracy side of it are the area people that they say government for control price. How for government for control price? If you tell this one say no, this one, so if you sell this thing, no, government not get that kind of power deal. The only power government gets now for make sure say and develop enabling environments. Make sure say open up the space. Everybody go import rice. And una self now go help government for break that difficulties. Una self begin the import rice. If na 10 importer they will get, una self round them up to 20 or 30. The more importer they will get in rice, now so the rest price they go down. The more importer they will get in yabas, now so the price they go down. The more the merrier. But when you get few individuals the way they import, now then go determine the price. Now then go control the price. There is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing government can do about it. We need more importers, Mr. President. We need more importers for salvage the situation. Probably you economists, they don't tell you, but we need more of them. At the moment, yes, we go into agriculture, but we'll not begin to produce, we don't rest it. We don't rest what they produce, it's not sufficient for we it. So we still need importers than where they import rice. We still need importers the way they import yabas. More of them. So the market will be flooded with them products they are. And the only way you will able to engage the Sierra Leoneans. So Sierra Leoneans, they not go pay attention to the politics of the day. But now, all man, they concentrate on politics. You know why? When you get picking in a house, where angry they squeeze them. What are they look up to? Now the papa. Then they look up to the papa. You go see the only guys sit down around the papa because they are hungry. Why if you see people are paying attention to your politics? Now because they are hungry. Something is lacking. So, for distract you people and from your politics, from the politics where they happen in the country, get them food. I remember checking in those days. Sheki we kinongo waka, he still said anything this. He say, oh, I get hug them. That was the meaning, but I mean, fair enough. If they get at that fenfen, they bring a can boku, he can't flood the market. For quenching the situation. Are we doing that? Where are all of the investors, the economists inside the SLPP? This book here will learn them. But do ya? Let we practicalize this book where we learn. Not to we all President Biogo appoint as ministers. Not to we all President Biogo appoint as directors, as this, as that. Some of una day, una need for practicalize the book una they learn. Where una don't learn. You know me say when you learn book, now quote you for where till you die. That book they can transform for become a private sector man. Nigeria, na make elect Nigeria. Some man you go see some man a doctor but outside. You go meet her na in shop you sell. Look Dankote. Look Adebayo na London. I know they say the Holland one no. The Nigeria Adebayo. Where they say buy, is it Gatwick or Heathrow? You know, he's a Nigerian lawyer. He's a lawyer by profession. But you go into business. And you have a good number of those type of Nigerians today where they into business. They don't depend on just the academic side of their life. No. They go into private sector. Then so that they boost their economy. We are just 7.5 million people. With all the number of economists that will get in a salon they continue for suffer. With all the land what we get in a salon, we they continue for suffer. Where are we heading for? It can't to a point for me. I know they blame APC or SLPP for no problem when it comes to the economy in a salon. We all get responsibility for boost we own economy. You go na Abacha, Dovecourt, you see some people now in place now only 2 tamantis a day. What's that person they do na Freetown? Everybody want to come to Freetown. Freetown alone, we get half of the population as alone at Freetown. What are they doing here? Nothing absolutely. Some man in a bay day. Some man not even get stifled on. Now marketplace they go sleep. Wasting their life. Whereas the resources are out there. Go to them provinces. Go to them villages, them communities. Who side them come out? A lot of resources are there. Then they abandon their resources, then they cannot Freetown, suffer themselves, waste them life. Where Chinese man then come, then they go utilize their resources, then they vex. Then say foreigner, then they can go all in. Did you tap into those opportunities? No. So we Sierra Leoneans got for begin to blame ourselves instead of blaming the APC and the SLPP. We get responsibility. President Bio alone cannot do everything in this country when it comes to our economy. We all get part for play. We all get responsibility. All what we need from President Bio now enabling environment. Open the space. Create enabling environment. Break that ice. Say na APC businessman and all. Let we also begin to get SLPP businessman them. Because na so people then they say. Let we also begin to get SLPP businessman them. But when you see the SLPP people always 24 hours then on social media with coat and tie. Hey, we praise President Bio, then they support and clap and dance for President Bio. What are they doing to contribute to the economy? Zero. They are wasting their life in the diaspora. Then they waste their life in a salon. Just in politicky. Where the resources are out there. You go upline all of the resources. Sheki bin tell which they say, you don't away money na bush. You don't away boku gentry na bush. Bio people do not be understand na agriculture been referred to. Agriculture you don't do for boost the economy of Sierra Leone. President Bio say feed salon. Are we ready to feed this country? I not see it. I not even see the beginning it. I not even see people that begin it. They one where they Pademba Road, Mr. President. Then get part for play into this your agenda of agriculture. Then say for they get small revenue. Then for they go work, then they pay them monthly. Yes, now labor. Yes. I am sure most of the prisoners where they don't detain at Pademba Road, they all get bank accounts. I remember I think that the previous administration or even inside this your administration, Mr. President, bank accounts were open for most of those in prisons. Because then they make them basket, then they sell them basket, then they do a lot of the work inside it. Whether they not tailor them, and the craft people them, then they work inside it and they sell. And I am sure they may get banks where they go there, where before say, then get their own bank accounts them. So similarly, those guys in Pademba, in those correctional centers, can be utilized in agriculture. Instead of just wasting their life in prison, then get a part for play for contribute to the economy. And they themselves, in one way or the other, they can be paid. Then they pay their allowances for take care of themselves. Or tomorrow, when they go down free them, then get a budget. They already get a capital for start their own business. Mr. President, there are so much opportunity where you for able to tap into. Office, Mr. President, they help. We all need for come on our office and jump na treat. Go fetch this economy. The Minister of Head Agriculture and 2 deputy, therefore relocate. One for the southeast, one for the northwest. For interface with waiting the happen with agriculture, now upline. Waiting they can't waste the time for now you building. We don't need them there. Sometimes they go you building, Deputy Minister of Agriculture, then are you building at the vex. They are not supposed to be there. They should be in the provinces. They should be relocated to supervise and monitor what is happening out there. Now that make us say, I not say your agenda for agriculture, you don't begin. You not begin it. You not begin it. Because I want to see that the deputy ministers, because now 2 deputy ministers, they are relocated. Southeast and Northwest. Period. May them begin to supervise now. May them begin actually make sure, say, the people then feel at home. Mr. President, that office where they call decentralization, Mr. President, they are not working. Now, one of the office where they eat boku money in this country, where they do nothing. From when they established that office there, I don't ever see which institution they don't decentralize. But then it's boku money. Mr. President, pay attention to that office. Pay attention to that office. If only we want the economy for steady. Because then say get a part for play. The decentralization of some offices, it go decongest this city. And when this city is being decongested, most of them young men then go back to the provinces, then go tap into the opportunities of agriculture. And when the agriculture is being utilized properly, Mr. President, with GDP they begin go up, we economy go begin steady, we go begin the export. Mr. President, there is so much profit in agriculture. I get party them where then they work now big offices, more especially now woman there, Mr. President. Like you on this one as a testimony. I get a friend when a lady, they work in a bank. Working on them privileged conversation there. Beyond are going to go into agriculture. So today, he get acres of things the way don't plant, pepper, all kinds of plants. Mr. President, she is making a lot of money out of what they do. We all know how pepper get money na salon. One game called pepper, go take 15,000 at this country. Yeah. Me, I don't buy pepper na Cambia. 1,500,000 for one bag. Pepper. Tell me, if young man a free turn here decide for go upline, he say to go plant pepper. Not to boku money. Watermelon no more alone. Na boku money. All man they buy watermelon. They will tell you all they want watermelon. You go into the business of watermelon just for plant watermelon. Not to just rest. We get boku products they want to plant, who will make money. But everybody just concentrate on the capital city. Can't ride keke. Then they waste their life. Can't ride Okada. The keke or the Okada, you know they see head and tail. Now that made them don't go into kush. Mr. President, your government need for engage the young people. If only your economy for be stable, the young people get a part for play for boost your economy. And Sierra Leoneans need for be engaged. Sierra Leoneans engage for Colombian politics and concentrate on their own personal development. Politics for be secondary. Self-development for be primary. Let we begin to develop with self as Sierra Leonean. Let we begin to develop with communities. Let we begin to develop with villages. Let we begin to develop with provinces. That's one way you can complement. You pledge. You salon pledge where you don't pledge. You dey actually practicalizer? No. You dey pledge your love and loyalty to salon. Are you doing it? No. And that makes today we see people then now the diaspora, some of our brothers and sisters then at the diaspora, they want bring couscous na this country. Yeah. No, we not agree. We not agree today, we not agree tomorrow. Mr. President, set your agenda. Not allow people then for set agenda for you. This now your administration. For make you succeed, you need an healthy society. You need a secure society. You need a society with the economy well favorable to the people. You need an energized and electrified society. 4 things. All of them 4 things there are, then 4 items there, Mr. President, what I present to you. These are your opportunities for make you succeed as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. No, say I not tell you, I create all of the items there, I put a step by step. So posterity tomorrow, me go remind you tomorrow, say, I told you, but you didn't listen. Well, Mr. Alon people, them, I don't come to the tail end of this submission, Your Excellency. And before I round up, I'll give you this music. I always like to dedicate this music to you because we all want to make Salon better. And this music, now for you and for Sierra Leoneans, for we all for develop that spirit for the betterment of we country's Mama Salon. All right, so if Salon people then, relax, feel good as we come to the tail end of this program today, Tima for Salon, the 14th of September, 2023. Now, yeah, no more you go able to get them facts then, yeah, and their advice then, yeah. And say if possible, not like you, not go advise you. This now an advice where we get for President Bio. Now we own way this where we they contribute to nations building or national development. For make we continue for advice, we leaders them, provide solutions to issues and when are challenges, and then we take them from that point. Once again, relax. Me and yours truly, Mr. Tuboku Mexican. As I say, Tata, but I go end this program for give una lovely music where una always they request me for play when I talk to President Bio. And this I dedicate to President Bio and the entire Sierra Leoneans where meanwhile for make Salon go before. And Salon for being number 1. Okay? Relax and enjoy this music. Salon first, Salon go better. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. Salon first, Salon go better. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. Salon first, Salon go better. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. Go better when you put Salon first, Salon go better. Salon go better. Any kind of Salon for better. We go fight very hard to make this country I go before. There are one make Salon better. Now, we don't want to say that. May God pull you among you. Ah, let me Salon. That one mean bad for Salon. May God pull you and come on we missed. Now we young. They will all fine. Woo. Sweet Salon. Oh, Lord, put Salon first. Woo. Hey. Woo, woo. Hey. Let me Salon. We all young. Now, the only place we go call we own. Like I'm put them first. We all are one. We mean that Timni, Limba, Loko. We all are one. Why the division? Put Salon first, Salon go better. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. Salon first, Salon go better. When you put Salon first, Salon go better. Salon first, Salon go better.